Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the West Ham Network for your Hammers headlines, of course, in association with our good friends over at kumb.com. Knees up, Mother Brown. If you haven't already, go check out the website, go and check out their forum. You know the score. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Help us out on the channel. We're about to launch our own website as well, so bear with us in due course and you will see the announcement of our website. But as we do, we bring you some of the Hammers headlines for the day. If you haven't already, go check out the West Ham Daily from earlier on, where I am talking about two potential new incomings to the club. I'm not going to give it away, but go and check out the content I did put out for you earlier on today as I get started on the first story for today's show, and that is that David Moyes has admittedly said live on air that West Ham are currently missing Stuart Pearce, who left the club earlier this year. Now, West Ham have started to find some kind of form under Moyes this season, now winning 3 games in a row in all competitions, and it appears to coincide with the fact that Gianluca Scamacca is starting more matches. However, West Ham are still long way off of our standards that we set ourselves over 2 seasons, which saw us qualify for Europe, as we are still just outside the top 10 on goal difference. And one of the reasons you could say surpassing our surprising form could be down to the void left by Stuart Pearce left in the club. Now, Pearce is a regular on TalkSport, and Moyes was live on air and was asked about what's it like missing Stuart Pearce from the backroom staff. And he said that we certainly are. I've got to say, Pearcey was a massive part of what we've done over the past couple of years, and we miss him because not only was he a great around, but he was a great character and really good guy. And it was the end of last season that Pearce decided to call his career in his first team, call time in his career on his as first team coach for West Ham under Moyes, having helped guide West Ham away from relegation battles and get into European contention as well. However, it appears that both Moyes and the players have struggled to potentially cope with his absence this season, with poor results too frequent, and now the manager admitting that he was massive for West Ham over the last couple of seasons. While it can't be confirmed that Pearce's departure is the reason why West Ham have struggled this season, if Moyes is willing to go on national radio and talk about how big a miss he is, then he certainly can take into account the role impact he had at West Ham. So leave a comment in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on the Pearce, leaving the club several months ago, how much of that has impacted the club. I mean, hopefully now we can see light at the end of the tunnel, and we're progressing with 3 wins in 3, which is really good, and fingers crossed that can continue. But we will have to wait and see what actually happens with the saga of the backroom staff. It's not really a saga, actually, really, because we're now progressing as a club. But put your comments in the comments section as I move on to the next story, and it's more about this phenomenal player, Lucas Paqueta, and you can't remotely deny to me that this guy is not a fantastic and very special footballer. He has, though, admitted that he is struggling with one important thing, huge important thing at West Ham. Now, he has said that he is struggling with the language barrier. He's left to his own devices to get it done. Hopefully West Ham can give him a bit of support in that. But you can't undeniably deny that this guy is having a fantastic impact on the team. He is a phenomenal footballer. I do have his individual stats from the game against Fulham in the week. At the weekend there, he played 84 minutes with 1 assist. He had 70 touches, and he's all over the park. If you watch his game individually, he's all over the park, contributing to every part of the team. He drops deep, he goes further forwards. He had 70 touches, like I said, with 83% pass completion rate. Now, what you're going to find with a player like him is, because he's so creative, the ball's going to get turned over sometimes. But for the fact of the matter, because he is so creative and the ball does get turned over 17% of the times, it's not a bad result. It's a really good actual number for a player of his creativity as well. He had 2 key passes. He had 1 accurate long ball from 3 attempts. He created 1 big chance. He had 1 shot on target, 2 shots off target, 1 shot blocked. He was successful in his dribble, 100% of his dribble attempts in the game. He won over 50%, nearly 60% of his ground duels. He won 100% of his aerial duels. And as you know, he gets stuck in. He was fouled several times in the game, and he made several tackles in the game to help his team get over the line. And what a fantastic assist it was for Skamaka's goal as well. Now, he has shown us glimpses of that undeniable quality, and it's clear to see that he's still adjusting, though, to the league. And that's the thing. If he's showing us what he's capable of doing at this level right now, what's he going to be like when he's on 100% going? He is a phenomenal, frightening footballer. He did speak to the reporters at The Athletic, and he said the language is still very difficult for him. I'm doing lessons and trying my best. It's important to speak to my teammates and the coaches, but I'm dedicating myself to it, and I hope to be able to speak a little bit soon. And once that does, and bearing in mind when that does happen, I can't think of anything better than a player who can talk to his colleagues to the best thing. And my word, this boy is a phenomenal player. He's an exciting player. For me, I'd love to see him sit a bit deeper. That's what he does for Brazil. That's what he did and got the best out of him when he was at Lyon. And it's not as so much great time when he spent when he was at AC Milan, because he's played far up the field, out on the right-hand side for AC Milan. Let's hope West Ham don't do that, and I don't doubt we will not do that, and we'll absolutely reap the benefits of this young lad who is a fantastic acquisition to the club in the summer. There you go. That is your Hammers headlines. Short and sweet today. Make sure you do join us tomorrow for all your matchday content. If you're interested in becoming a member, click the join option on YouTube as well. Subscribe to the channel. Of course, go and check out our good friends at Knees Up Mother Brown. And of course, take it easy, stay safe, and come on, you Irons.